Today, we're talking about something that touches every single one of us at some point: loss. When someone we love is gone, it's not just a single event that happens. It's like the whole world changes color. So, what we're going to do here is explore, together, how we can start to find our way in that new world. And this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? Grief isn't some guest that you can eventually show the door. It's an earthquake. The very ground beneath your feet has shifted, and everything looks different now. And that means the goal isn't trying to rebuild the old landscape, it's about learning to live in the new one. And that's exactly what this is. Think of it less like a map with some magical X that marks the spot for healed, and more like a compassionate guide. It's a collection of tools, really, and some different ways of looking at things to help you just find your footing on this new ground, one step at a time. So let's start with what is probably the most important shift we can make, and that's changing how we even think about this journey. This isn't about defeating grief, it's about learning how to carry it with us. Society puts all this pressure on us, right? To move on, get over it, be strong. But what if we just threw that timeline out the window? What if mourning isn't a race with a finish line? It's really just a process of adapting. It's about learning how to fold this loss into the person you are becoming. Okay, so from there, we have to turn inward, because let's be honest, grief does its heaviest, most confusing work inside of us. And just trying to understand that internal process, that's a huge piece of the puzzle. Grief is, without a doubt, a full body experience, and it can be so weird and disorienting. You might walk into a room and completely forget why, or have these aches and pains you just can't explain. Some people even feel the presence of the person they lost. I want you to know these are not signs you're going crazy. It's your mind and your body trying to process something enormous. And look, if you take away nothing else, please hear this. Whatever it is you're feeling, however your grief is showing up, it's valid. It's real. There is no right or wrong way to do this. Your experience is 100% your own, and it deserves your acceptance, not your judgment. Now, one of the heaviest stones we carry in grief can be guilt. That awful looping soundtrack of "I should have" or "if only I'd." So here's something you can actually do to fight back against that. Instead of letting your brain list regrets, grab a piece of paper and make a real, concrete list of all the ways you did show up, all the ways you loved. This simple act can pull you out of that painful story and back into the truth of your care. And let's not forget our bodies in all this. Our bodies hold so much of this sorrow. Things like tears or sudden anger, or even just needing to yell into a pillow, these aren't weaknesses. This is your body's natural and frankly necessary way of releasing all that pent-up pain. Trying to bottle it up, just give it more power. The most healing thing you can do sometimes is just find a safe space and let it out. In the middle of all the chaos and confusion of grief, it's so easy to stop trusting ourselves. So this is an invitation. When all that doubt and noise creeps in, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, what does that quiet, wise part of me know that I need right now? Is it a walk? Is it calling a friend? Is it just 5 minutes of silence? Learning to listen to that inner voice, that's a powerful act of self-kindness. Okay, so we've looked inward. Now let's kind of shift our focus and zoom out a little. Because while grief is such an internal journey, a lot of the healing happens through our connections. Our connection to the person we lost, to the people still around us, and to the legacy they left behind. This brings us to a really beautiful idea called a continuing bond. The core of it is this: your relationship didn't just stop. It changed form, and you can still access it. You could try having a little conversation with them in your head. Ask for their advice. What would they say to you right now? What would they want for you? It's a way of keeping their love and their wisdom alive and active in your life. And focusing on their legacy, well, that's a game changer. It shifts the story from what was lost to what was given and what still remains. So, what did they give you? A weird sense of humor? A skill like cooking or gardening? Tell the stories that make people laugh. Make a playlist of their favorite songs. It's about actively celebrating what they brought into the world. And in doing so, you keep that energy going. We have this idea that being strong means handling everything by ourselves, right? But that's just not true. Real strength is knowing your limits and having the courage to lean on others. When people offer to bring you food or just sit with you, they genuinely want to help. Saying yes isn't being a burden, it's letting them love you. And to make that support feel more real, especially when you're feeling totally isolated, try this. Actually take a moment to map out your support system. When the sadness feels overwhelming, who is in your personal constellation of love? Picture their faces, a friend, a cousin, a kind neighbor. Just visualizing them can be an anchor in the storm, reminding you of the love that still surrounds you. All right, in our final section, let's get really practical. This is about consciously building a path forward that can hold both your grief and your future. It's about integration, not erasure. Grief can feel like a storm that comes out of nowhere, but you can build yourself a bit of a shelter. This is your resilience toolkit. First, have a simple mantra ready for when a wave of pain hits. Something like, I am here, their love remains. Second, create a small sacred space, a chair, a corner, where you can go to feel your feelings. And third, plan for the tough days, like anniversaries. Deciding ahead of time how you'll spend that day gives you a sense of control and turns dread into intentional remembrance. This one is so important. You have to carve out moments of just life. Scheduling something small like a walk in the park or getting coffee with a friend can feel like a betrayal at first, I get that. But these are acts of survival. They are essential for refilling your emotional gas tank so you have the strength to keep going. And please remember, healing is not a straight line. It zigs, it zags, it goes backward and forward. So instead of expecting constant improvement, try this gentler approach. Just notice the small moments of relief. The 5 minutes you forgot to be sad. The moment a joke actually made you laugh. Maybe even jot them down. It's not about forcing positivity. It's about proving to yourself that the intensity does change, that moments of peace are possible, and that they will come again. And really, that brings us to the heart of it all. Your task moving forward is not to get rid of your grief. It's to learn how to carry it in one hand while you learn to carry hope and the possibility of a full, meaningful life in the other. They can coexist. In fact, they have to. And if there's one final thought to hold on to, let it be this one. The love you shared, it doesn't go anywhere. It becomes a part of you. It's a light that you now get to carry forward into the world. And your life, lived with both your sorrow and your joy, becomes the most beautiful tribute to their memory.